because there might be some rain. So look, at the end of the day, how does that affect the game? I think, first game, there's going to be a lot of unknowns. And so when you add weather to that, you just try to do the best you can to train your team, if you have the opportunity to do that, how to play in the rain. But both teams have to deal with it. So if that's the case, both teams are going to have to deal with it.
Aaron?
Hey, Bill. When you look at the wide receiver position, how good do you feel about everything? You've had a lot of time together now to build some timing and chemistry just with the camp. Obviously, have the preseason games, but they've had a chance now to throw. How's it looking out there? And Brandon popped up on the injury report. If you could give us an update on Brandon, do you feel like he's good to go for the game?
I feel good about the wide receiver position. Look, this will be the first time that a lot of those guys have, played in a game with Deshaun and Deshaun with them. So, obviously there's some unknowns there, but they've practiced hard. I mean, they've done everything we've asked them to do. Relative to the injury report, you guys have it. You guys can interpret that the way you want to. You'll see who takes the field when we take the field on Thursday night.
Berman?
Can you hear me?
I've got you, Mark.
Oh, yeah, my internet's going in and out, so I thought I may have lost you. Can you talk about the challenges of game planning for a guy like Travis Kelce?
Seems like we've been playing against these guys and Travis for a long time, and he's just a great player. I mean, he's very instinctive, very athletic. He's got great hands, excellent route runner. He can block. He's one of the best in our league. We have tremendous respect for him. In the end, he's gonna have some catches. I mean, that's just that's football. That's the passing game and the rules with which we all have to play under. He's gonna get his catches, but we have to do a good job of tackling him and making sure we know where he is, but on every play. But he's a great player.
Brian?
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Brian.
You've played in you've coached in huge playoff games before. This team is obviously played in much bigger games. It's just week one, but at the same time, that the entire country is going to be watching this in a lot of ways, week by week. It's an experiment because of the coronavirus pandemic. How do you balance that, knowing what is really at stake, big picture, with this game and this season versus dealing with everything you have to do to try to get out of Kansas City with a victory?
Yeah, it's an excellent question. I mean, it's one that we've thought about a lot. I mean, look, I think at the end of the day, it's still a league about winning, right? It's all about winning. It's early in the season. It's the first game of an unprecedented year. Even guys like Romeo Crennel, who have been in the league forever, they will tell you they've never seen anything like this, where you had no preseason games, no off-season program. There's a lot of unknowns in the first game in a normal year, and there's definitely unknowns, obviously, in this year. Look, our guys are excited about it. They feel good about where they are right now from a conditioning standpoint relative to early in the season. They've worked hard. They've done everything we've asked them to do, and now it's going to come down to, I think like it always does, who is the team that makes the least amount of mistakes, that can play the smartest on a consistent basis, and can stay the healthiest throughout the game, all those different things. And that's what we're going to try to do. We know we're going into a tough environment, a weird environment, really, because of no fans or, not as many fans and, the whole thing. So it's going to be interesting, but our guys, they're excited about the opportunity.
Cody?
Hey, Coach.
Hey, Cody.
Going into the season, what are your final thoughts on David Johnson, and how much do you believe he will have a bounce-back season this upcoming year?
Yeah, I don't get into bounce-back seasons. I mean, this guy's been a very productive player in this league. I mean, he's an excellent football player. He's had a really good training camp for us. He's an even better person. He's been a great addition to our locker room, very professional. I think it's really good when you have all these guys in your locker room that the young players can really look towards as great examples. And so, look, David's going to go out there. He's going to play a good game. He's going to play hard. He's going to try to do everything, the right way. And hopefully that's something that is that our team is looking for. And he'll continue to do that.
John?
Bill, you don't see many playoff teams have 3 new coordinators, and we've talked to you about Anthony and Tim a lot, but Tracy stepping up for Brad Seeley, and in that last game, special teams make great plays to help you lead, and they made bad plays contribute to victory. The loss. Can you talk about where you are special team-wise right now?
Feel good about where we are. Guys have really carved out some roles early in the season there. You'll see that on Thursday night. We have a good core group of players. We have guys that can run, guys that love special teams. Tracy's a good teacher. He's got them, in the right spots with where we believe they need to be relative to the first game. And, we're going against a really good special teams unit led by a really good coach in Dave Tube. So, we know there's a big challenge in front of us. They have, Butker, the kicker, is an excellent kicker. Hardeman, the returner. They've got a lot of good special teams players. So, we need to be up to the challenge, but our guys are excited about it.
Aaron Wilson.
Hey, Bill, with Tyreek Hill and his speed and not being the only fast guy they have, just what do you think about them in terms of vertical threats, the main 3 guys they have outside? Thank you.
Yeah, they can fly. They can fly. And be a lot of speed in this game. Be a lot of speed. A lot of guys on the field that can run on both sides of the ball relative to their positions, wide receivers that can run, linebackers that can run, DBs that can run, defensive linemen that can run, so it's going to be a game with a bunch of guys out there that are really good athletic football players. So I think it's going to be exciting to watch.
Berman.
Bill, I don't know if the word comfort zone is right, but every year you go into a season, and do you find a comfort zone for yourself about everything you're having to worry about, all the zillion things going around you? With this year being so unprecedented, were you able to reach that comfort zone going into the first game like you have in previous years?
I don't think I understand what you're trying to ask. But I don't, this is a league in which you can never be comfortable, right? I think as a coach and a player, you're always trying to think about, what's next? What are you doing right for your team? What's the best decision for the team? Personally for me, I just have great people around me that help me in the role that I have, players and coaches and staff. Obviously we talked a lot about Jack Easterby. The guy's just done an unbelievable job here, and just been a really great guy in our organization. And then the coaching staff and the scouting staff, and then most importantly, the players have really come in here and worked hard. So, I think relative to where we are in the beginning of the season, we're all excited about it. We know it's a big challenge. We know we're playing the Super Bowl champs from last year, and it's a big challenge. So, but our guys can't wait to, try to meet that challenge.
Brandon.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Brandon.
Hey, could you describe the conflict in trying to decide whether to rush Patrick Mahomes or to keep your guys in coverage and to support the back end of the defense?
It's tough. It's a tough deal. He is a very instinctive player. Deshaun is a very instinctive player. They're probably having same types of things that they have to think about on their defense, because both these guys are so instinctive. And, if you let them, if you don't rush them and you let them stand back there, they're going to hurt you. If you do rush them and you fly by them, they're going to, break out and scramble and make plays down the field. So, look, it's a fine line, and we're going to do the best we can, try to line up and play each play and try to adjust during the game. But it's a very, very challenging game.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thanks.